B-Marsh Boxing. What's happening, world? Back at it with another boxing video. So we got this fight coming up between Jaron Ennis, Jerome Boots Ennis versus Sergey Lipinets. All right, now this is a big step up fight for the man Jerome Boots Ennis. Boots Ennis been doing his thing. Kid out of Philadelphia. They say he's next up in the welterweight division. You know what I mean? And Jerome Boots Ennis got a lot to prove this coming up weekend. Jerome Boots Ennis being 26-0, 24 KOs. He's fought in his last, I believe, 19 straight knockouts. You know what I mean? 19 straight knockouts for the kid. Now, he was supposed to fight the man Chris Van Heerden, and that was supposed to be his step-up fight, his last fight. But what happened? That fight got some headbutts. The man Chris Van Heerden got a nasty gash on his head, and he couldn't continue. That was a serious cut. So Jerome Boots Ennis didn't get through the man Chris Van Heerden. Now he's here with the man Sergey Lipinets. Sergey Lipinets being a former world champion. With the IBF strap at 140 pounds, lost his world title to the man Mikey Garcia in a competitive fight. A fight that the man Sergey Lipinets, he had his moments. He had his moments in there versus Mikey Garcia. I believe he even cut Mikey Garcia, if I'm not mistaken. So, the man Sergey Lipinets, this is going to be a big test for the man Boots Ennis. Just off the fact, Boots Ennis is what they say next up in the welterweight division. Okay? And he's the future. And, this kid has all the dimensions to be a future world champion at welterweight. And he got to get the ball rolling now. And this is a big step-up fight for him, fighting Sergey Lipinets, just like the man Virgil Ortiz. Actually, these two guys on the same trajectory. You know what I mean? Boots Ennis is undefeated, just like the man Virgil Ortiz. Boots Ennis gets his knockouts on, just like Virgil Ortiz. I believe Virgil Ortiz is like 17-0 or maybe 18-0 with 18 KOs. Every fight he's fought, he stopped his opponent. Boots Ennis is 26-0 with 24 KOs. The man Virgil Ortiz just fought a former world champion at 140 pounds in Maurice Hooker. Stopped him, I believe, in the 6th round. Okay? Dropped him in the 5th, stopped him in the 6th. Boots Ennis is fighting a former 140-pound world champion in Sergey Lipinets. There's a lot of pressure on the man's Boots Ennis to get a stoppage. If he gets a stoppage against Sergey Lipinets, that'll be pretty impressive. You know what I'm saying? That'll be impressive because Sergey Lipinets ain't never been stopped. He has the one loss to Mikey Garcia. He got a draw versus the kid Clayton Claxton out of Canada. A fight that I really thought could have gone even to Clayton Claxton, but I knew a draw was in the making coming into that fight. This was a guy we had never heard of, and he made a name off of the man Sergey Lipinets. Clayton Claxton did. So Boots Ennis, to me, even if he wins via decision, that'll be good. If he boxes behind the jab, shows different dimensions, show he's not just a knockout artist. But at the end of the day, KO sell. And I think Boots Ennis, got the quicker hand speed, quicker foot movement. I think the man Sergey Lipinets is going to be, on the front foot, trying to apply pressure on the man Boots Ennis. But I think Boots Ennis can also box and not necessarily just go for the KO, but if the KO presents itself, time to chop heads, you know what I mean? So, I think Sergey Lipinets could make it a difficult fight if he stays on the inside and don't let the man Boots Ennis extend. And let's see how well Boots Ennis can fight on the back foot, you know what I mean? And we'll see if he can control the ring generalship and keep this man at a distance and box an excellent fight. And if he has an inside game, these are dimensions that all fighters should have. No matter how tall or height or reach advantage of an opponent has, you also got to have that inside game. And, that's an underrated aspect of boxing, you know what I mean? Not every fight is going to be a fight where you can just box your way around the ring, control the ring generalship. There's going to be times when you have an opponent all up in your grill on some Sean Porter style. And you got to place the right punches. And also knockouts could present itself, you know what I mean? So Boots Ennis, man, next up out of Philadelphia, they already have the smaller guy, Cool Boy Steph at 118 pounds. He's the only world champion out of Philadelphia. The man, J. Rock Williams, was a short-lived world champion, a one-hit wonder. Haven't seen him in the ring, actually, ever since. One got to wonder whether that knockout by Banana Rosario had any effects. But Boots Ennis is next up out of Philadelphia, and we'll see how he looks this weekend. You know what I mean? I think this is a big step up fight for him, and a fight which could actually put him in title contention in one of the sanctioning bodies. I should actually look right now and see where Boots Ennis is ranked in the sanctioning bodies. Because I know the man Sergey Lipinets got to be highly ranked in the IBF, considering he was a former IBF champion at 140 pounds. Hasn't lost since he came up to welterweight. Sure, he got a draw versus Clayton Claxton. Okay. With the WBC, Jerome Boots Ennis is ranked number 12. Virgil Ortiz is some kind of gold champion in the WBA, and I don't see Jerome Boots Ennis in the WBA. Sergey Lipinets is number 3 in the IBF. I told y'all he's highly ranked. And Kustya, I keep calling the kid Clayton Claxton. Kustya Clayton. Excuse me, y'all. That's on me. Number 9, Jaron Ennis in the IBF. Rashidi Ellis is number 10. That's another guy in the welterweight division. I think these are the top 3 guys. You know what I mean? Rashidi Ellis out of Lynn, Massachusetts. But these are the top 3 guys, in my opinion, who have shots at becoming, future world champions at welterweight. Errol Spence and them and Bud Crawford. These guys, they're not gonna fight these young dudes, especially if they keep getting stoppages and KOs until they forced to as a mandatory. And before they do that, then we'll see a Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence fight. In the WBO, Sergey Lipinets is number 9, and Kustya Clayton is number 4. What's his name? Jerome Ennis is not ranked in the WBO, so he's not ranked in the WBO and the WBA. And so the man Jerome Ennis could become number 3 quick, fast, and in a hurry in the WB in the IBF if he gets a win versus Sergey Lipinets, and depending on what kind of fashion he gets the win, And in the WBC, I'm sure he's gonna his rank gonna go higher. You know, they still got Danny Garcia ranked number 6. He says he's moving up, number 5, excuse me, and he's moving up to junior middleweight. So opportunity for Boots Ennis, man, to get up in them rankings. You know, because I do consider him the favorite to win this fight, and I'm picking him to win. You know, I think he can win this fight via stoppage, and he can box also a 12-round decision. But he got to look impressive doing it. So we shall see. B Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know what y'all think about Boots Ennis, and let me know if there's any pressure to get the KO. I think there's pressure for sure, and we'll see how composed he'll be. Fighting a former world champion at 140, just like his counterpart Virgil Ortiz, who just beat Maurice Hooker. Time will tell, and we'll see this Saturday. B Marsh Boxing, I'll catch you on the next one. Out of here. Peace.